Ingrid Newkirk, vegan,
and PETA each received the Shining World Compassion Award from Supreme Master Ching, vegan, with a total of $165,000 through multiple contributions to support the organization's and its affiliates' noble work.
There have been so many wonderful victories. I'm very happy that we managed to get every car company in the entire world to stop using animals in crash tests.
Continue watching to find out more.
A plant-based diet can really keep our body very healthy, free of unexplained cancers or chronic diseases. Because if we follow God's will, which is to live according to our nature, God will not give us inexplicable disasters. Li Zhengxiu, vegan.
Vegan Influencer is a series of shows honoring successful and famous benevolent souls who use their voice, influence, and social media platforms to promote compassion and love for all sentient beings, ushering in a new era of world vegan, world peace on our planet. May God protect these high-thinking individuals who go against societal norms to save the innocent lives of our precious animal co-inhabitants and uplift all of humanity. Shining viewers, Mbolo means hello in Fang, one of the indigenous languages of Equatorial Guinea. My name is Manuela. The compassionate people of Equatorial Guinea, who are blessed with an abundance of natural resources, want to share their love and gratitude to God. May the blessings of heaven be upon you, dear brothers and sisters, and our animal people co-inhabitants of this beautiful planet. Welcome to our program, Vegan Influencer Ingrid Newkirk, vegan, and People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA. Ingrid Newkirk, vegan, is the president and co-founder of People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA, the largest animal people rights organization in the world. She is also the founder of all PETA entities. Ms. Newkirk founded PETA together with Alex Pacheco, vegetarian, in 1980. The organization operates under the simple principle that animals are not ours to experiment on, eat, wear, use for entertainment or abuse in any other way, and that it is the right of all beings, human and non-human alike, to be free from harm. Today, PETA has more than 9 million members and supporters worldwide. Ingrid Newkirk, vegan, and PETA each received the Shining World Compassion Award from Supreme Master Ching, vegan, with a total of $165,000 through multiple contributions to support the organization's and its affiliates' noble work. Supreme Master Ching, vegan, is deeply grateful as a humble vessel to the beloved Almighty God for any help bestowed upon His precious children. Ms. Newkirk has authored many books and articles to support our animal friends, including Free the Animals, the amazing true story of the Animal Liberations Front in North America, Animal Kind, remarkable discoveries about animals, and revolutionary new ways to show them compassion, The Compassionate Cook, or Please Don't Eat the Animals. We had the honor of meeting with Ms. Newkirk after she kindly set time aside for us from her busy schedule. She first shared how, at a young age, her bond with a dog person ignited a lifelong passion to save and protect animal people's lives.
I always cared about animals. You know how some people grow up, they care about art or they care about something else. I cared about animals because there was a dog in my house when I was born. So he was there first. His name was Shawnee. And we did everything together. We slept in the same bed. We both got car sick at the same time when we were traveling somewhere. He was like a brother to me. And if anybody had hurt him, I would have been out of my mind with upset. So it didn't occur to me that there was much difference between us in a hierarchy, or that you could be mean to me and not to him, or mean to him and not to me.
However, at this tender age, Miss Newkirk, like many of us, did not realize that the food we eat, the clothes we wear, and the products we buy often cause the unnecessary suffering and death of countless animal citizens.
But I had a series of experiences which opened my eyes, because my family thought that we were just ordinary people who liked animals. We would never be cruel to animals. But we ate roast beef every Sunday. I had a fur hat. I had a fur coat, leather shoes, bought cosmetics tested on animals before anybody knew they were back then, and did all the things that were contributing to hurting animals. When I found out that animals suffer in all these ways for us, even our frivolous needs, then I decided, other people don't know this either. If I didn't know it, and I care about animals, so we need to start a group. And that's how People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals was formed.
Miss Newkirk then shared more about why she co-founded PETA over 40 years ago.
When we started PETA, it was 1980. That was a time before anyone knew what the word vegan meant. But someone talked to me about where milk comes from, and I was horrified. And I thought, I had no idea about this, like a lot of other things. There must be alternatives. And I thought one of the things that we could do with this group is set out to do the homework for people. So you show them the ghastly things that happen to animals, but you don't just make them cry or get angry. You then show them what they can buy and wear and do instead.
Certainly, showing people that it is necessary to change and how it can be done is very important to helping people adopt the compassionate vegan lifestyle.
Vegan, 'cause all hate illness, love a healthy life.
Let us pause for a moment to take a look at the useful information and resources on the PETA.org website. We'll be right back here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to vegan influencer Ingrid Newkirk Vegan and People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, Part 1 of 2, here on Supreme Master Television. As Ingrid Newkirk envisioned, if you are looking for one source of vegan resources that you can use for all branches of activism on behalf of animal citizens, then you need only to head to PETA.org. You will find information on why going vegan is essential to save animal people's lives, improve your health, and protect our planet. Delectable and delicious vegan recipes that will make even the most stubborn animal person, meat eater, reconsider their diet. The Activist Guide, which provides readers insights into the many different forms of animal people activism, investigations by PETA team members into animal people exploitation, updates on PETA's latest campaigns, breaking news about animal citizen rights issues, rescue stories and lists of animal people available for adoption into loving homes, vegan travel and entertainment, vegan education for parents and children, resources especially made for students and teachers, including PETA's Teach Kind and students opposing speciesism initiatives. A shop that sells vegan clothing, accessories, stickers, informational books for children and adults, and more. The Vegan Starter Kit, the How to Go Vegan Guide, activism packs to inspire others to go vegan in your local community, and so much more. Part of what makes PETA so successful around the world is how it runs such creative and thought-provoking campaigns. Over the last 4 decades, PETA has led numerous campaigns and demonstrations against animal people abuse and exploitation, including the infamous abuse of monkey people in a laboratory in Silver Springs, USA, the fur trade and factory farming. PETA is a staunch advocate of veganism and animal people liberation, and its campaigns have resulted in changes to industry practices across a wide range of sectors, including the automotive, fashion, cosmetics, and food industries, as well as scientific research institutions. Some of PETA's famous slogans, such as "Meat is murder" and "I'd rather go naked than wear fur," have become well known all around the world. Here are some showcases of PETA's campaigns. Ms. Newkirk shares some triumphant and memorable moments from PETA's campaigns.
There have been so many wonderful victories. I'm very happy that we managed to get every car company in the entire world to stop using animals in crash tests. They would strap them into a device and slam them into a wall. And we got that stopped. When we started, every little girl wanted to grow up to have a fur coat. And I had one myself before I realized about steel traps and factory fur farms where the animals go out of their heads, turning in circles, trying to get out of that cage. And so we woke people up to that with demonstrations, celebrities, all sorts of things, and showing the gruesome facts. And people decided, I don't want to have any fur. And they started to give us their fur. So we had thousands of coats turned in by people who had a change of heart. And we've used those. We've buried them to make the point that animals need respect. We have used them in schools to wake other kids up to the fact that animals are not the sum total of their body parts. They're individuals like the kids themselves. And of course, we have sent them to refugees, given out fur coats to homeless people in winter because you can't bring the animals back.
Along with their massive campaign to end animal people testing, PETA has also made a large impact in reducing the dissection of bodies of animal individuals in science education. PETA even collaborated with Daver, a medical simulation manufacturing company, to create a synthetic frog known as Frog to offer a compassionate alternative. Ms. Newkirk shares this successful program with us.
We are in a world where frogs are being depleted, where people are still dissecting cat's eyes in the classroom, and we have alternatives, fabulous models like the frog, which is a synthetic frog that you open up, doesn't hurt any living being, and you take out the organs and you can learn about biology. Not that I can understand for a minute why a child needs to know what's inside a frog.
In 2019, a high school in Florida, United States, became the first in the world to use seen frog for dissections. School representatives received incredibly positive feedback from students about their experiences with it.
A lot of kids don't want to be part of dissection, so they'll opt out. I think that sometimes they get so freaked out by seeing a dead animal that they're just turned off immediately. We have had 0 children opt out today. I have never seen 30 kids that engaged in anything that they've done, especially in a science class like that, and so it was unbelievable.
These campaigns are truly incredible and inspiring. In 2007, Ms. Newkirk was featured in the HBO documentary I Am an Animal, the story of Ingrid Newkirk and PETA.
There has been an undeclared war on animals since the beginning of time because they're vulnerable. They haven't attacked us, they haven't done anything, and yet we continue to attack them. We continue to round them up, imprison them, strip them of everything, and slaughter them. For what?
As we begin part 2, Ms. Newkirk shares how the animal people rights movement has evolved over the last 40 years, which she attributes to the awakening of kindness in the human heart. Moreover, she highlights how more people than ever realize that we have the means to foster humanity's transition to a vegan world. The future belongs to the kind, PETA.
One of the wonderful things is that while we were an anomaly, people were saying, what is animal rights? What rights do they have? And we would have to explain. They don't need the right to drive a car or to vote, but they have the right to be left in peace, not disturbed, to be respected, not to be discriminated against. Now pretty much everybody understands. What we have seen, because we always push for people to follow your heart, use your own creativity, think what you can do. Everybody has the power of the purse to influence the marketplace. Everybody has some talent they can use. We see all sorts of people. They've started up since we began, cruelty-free contact lens solution companies, cruelty-free ballet slipper companies. We see in the lab, lots of tests that are done now, what we say is without the patter of little feet. In other words, they're done in a test tube, they're done on a high-speed computer, they're done with human data, organs on a chip, all that kind of thing. So since we put the idea, the germ of the idea in people's minds, that they were important, they were powerful, they could control what's going on with animals, people have come out all over the place and started in different companies to have alternatives to hot dogs or chicken nuggets. It's just phenomenal.
Every interaction is an opportunity to inform and inspire others to think more deeply about their relationship with our animal citizens. As Ms. Newkirk points out, one person can truly make a difference and save animal people's lives, and you can most certainly be that one person.
Every single thing is an opportunity in my book. I arm myself with vegan starter kits and stickers and everything wherever I go. You can follow me by a trail of those things. And so I think that every encounter or every opportunity, everything you do, there's something that you can leave behind that might make someone else think. And that's like an octopus with tentacles. Or someone said, planting the seeds. You never know who you will affect. You are a spark. You are a bright spark. One little spark starts a fire. One person starts a revolution. So never underestimate your power to bring kindness, decency, light to the rest of the world, to make a huge difference. Everywhere you go, everything you do, everything you buy, everything you say can be used to harm or to help. So be that bright spark. Never underestimate yourself. You are so important. Leave the magazines everywhere. Leave the stickers everywhere. Talk to your friends. Show them the videos. Use social media. Get cracking.
What inspiring words! It is no surprise that Ms. Newkirk has motivated so many like-minded members and built PETA into a worldwide force for good.
Warning: don't be vegan, cause heaven will lift you up to their domain.
Let us now pause for a brief message. We will return shortly here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to Vegan Influencer, Ingrid Newkirk, Vegan and People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, Part 2 of 2. The future belongs to the kind, PETA. The one thing Ingrid Newkirk would like everyone to know about animal people rights is that it is about kindness.
One thing I think is very important for people to understand is that the whole concept of animal rights is really simply about kindness. It's about decency. It's about respect. If you're against needless violence, it doesn't really matter who the victim is. You're against needless violence. You know, if you're against discrimination, you need to be against it all. And so I think the most important thing is the understanding that there is a principle at work here. I am not for women's liberation because I'm a woman. I'm for women's liberation because it's right. Women should not be harmed, discriminated against, and so on because of their gender. But it's the same with every living being. It doesn't really matter if they don't look exactly like you, if they don't speak your form of language, if they don't come from the same part of the world as you. What matters is what's inside. There's a beating heart. There are eyes. They have, sentiments. They have emotions. And they're very clever. But yes, that's what people should understand is I am a decent person, therefore I am against all cruelty.
Going vegan is one of the ways to end the exploitation of animal people forever. Therefore, Ms. Newkirk endorses a law to ban eating animal citizens' meat. There is no humane way to raise an animal for food. Meat is murder. Ingrid Newkirk, vegan.
Someone asked me, if you were president of the United States, for example, would you ban eating meat? Yes, absolutely. And we make that clear. Anything that comes from oppression and exploitation should go out the window. There's no excuse for it. And even if you are addicted to a taste now, there is a taste alike that you can have. Every single thing from fish to cheese balls can be made without an animal product. So yes, we're all in favor of banning meat.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Between 2004 and 2019, a study conducted in the United States showed a 30-fold increase in vegans across the country. In 2020, plant-based dairy and vegan meat sales reached over $29 billion, and that figure is projected to skyrocket to $162 billion by 2030. Plant-based milks, vegan seafood, and many other vegan alternatives are increasingly making their way onto grocery shelves. Athletes, celebrities, and influencers are switching to a plant-based diet, citing its remarkable effects on their energy levels, performance, and improved sense of self. Everywhere you look, veganism is on the rise. Ms. Newkirk shares our optimism for a mainstream shift to veganism.
I think veganism is on the way to being totally mainstream. You go to the supermarket, any market, and you will see oat milk, coconut milk, almond milk, macadamia nut milk, soy milk. You know, it's marvelous when you think how far we've come in quite a short period of time, and it is spreading exponentially. So schools are changing, whole countries are saying, because of the environment, that they have to have meatless meals, dairy-free meals. So you see governments in some countries saying government buildings will no longer serve meat or dairy. I think the impediments are disappearing.
As the interview came to a close, Ingrid Newkirk shared her admiration and a special thank you to our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I have the utmost respect for Supreme Master Ching Hai and for Supreme Master Television. It has, for years now, done an extraordinary, wonderful service by reaching people, sometimes when they least expect it, with the message that this is going to be a vegan world, but with your help. And of course, the wonderful foods that have come from Supreme Master from long ago, before anyone knew they had a choice, just has my absolute admiration. So I just simply thank you for all the work that you have done there.
Supreme Master Ching Hai praised people for the ethical treatment of animals in a conversation on November 12, 2020.
We have many helpers in the world. You see outside there. You see?
Yes.
Like PETA organization, human rights organization, many organizations and groups in the world and individuals, they're fighting. You see?
Yes.
They're fighting with the dark force in this world. But mostly very difficult. Yeah, a lot of obstacles for them. But they still continue. Yeah.
Yes.
Our deepest gratitude to you, Ingrid Newkirk, and the PETA Global Network you have created for your ceaseless work planting the seeds of compassion and paving the way towards the peaceful vegan future that is now within our reach. May you always feel God's immeasurable blessings as you live your life dedicated to ending the abuse of animal people. And may we soon see these exploitative industries end forever, heralding the beginning of a benevolent new era centered around compassion, love, and kindness.
Winston, what did you do?
He tried to become friends with all the animals. He's always trying to befriend the horses. He will always walk up to them and try to give them kisses, whether it's in the morning or the evening. He'll come up to you to lick your legs, to lick your hands. He's just such a lover.
To learn more about Ingrid Newkirk Vegan and PETA, please visit PETA.org. To support PETA's work, please visit support.peta.org.
Vegan, your intelligence is evident.
Kind-hearted viewers, thank you for joining us for our show today. May you find your inner kindness and peace in God's abundant love.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VE.
برنامه‌های ما شامل زبان‌های بسیاری است. از این وبسایت‌ها دیدن فرمایید: suprememastertv.com/schedule و suprememastertv.com/VE.